Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And yes, yes, I just got my silver play button. So, I am still a little bit amazed, still a little bit excited. I don't know exactly what to say right there. Just want to quickly say thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel and always sticking around. It has been an amazing journey. And I'll be giving away $120 worth of crypto just for fun. Alright, even though we already did some bigger giveaways the last couple of days and specifically months here has been crazy, just $100, $120 to be exact, for fun. All you have to do is just press the like button, comment something down below, and be subscribed. That's it. There's no requirement. I'm just gonna pick somebody in the comment section and make him a good day, I guess. Having said that, we have an update on the Ripple v SEC lawsuit. So James Phelan just came out with some info. Ripple and SEC News. Individual defendants found motion for international discovery with proposed orders. You'll find that these are very close to identical requests for assistance seeking evidence sent to approximately 16 different entities, each one under a different exhibit number, located around the world. So they basically just did a lot of them, and it's kind of been summed up. So Jeremy Hogan says here, as a reply to Source D, whom said, 845 pages, Attorney Jeremy, you got some homework to do, buddy. And he says, I quickly realized it's the same thing said 16 times over and in different languages. So I only had to brief about 50 pages because that's basically what it is. It's actually really often this way where if they're doing things internationally and they have to do it in different languages, it's just the same thing mentioned a lot of different times. And I'm not sure if it's actually in the contents as well. We got UK of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Cayman Islands, Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, Republic of Singapore, Seychelles, Korea, Malta, as a little example of things, and here you can see them once more mentioned. Let's actually quickly see. Conclusion here. For the foregoing reasons, the individual defendants respectfully request that the court execute the proposed letters of request attached hereto as Exhibits 2 through 17 for transmission to the appropriate authority for each of the above listed entities. So, it's basically just a request to these specific entities, and they've now asked the court if they can send that through, basically. And you can see 3 points. Let's quickly go over these points. The court has authority to issue letters of request under the Hague Convention. The court does. The various entities are in possession of relevant documents in various foreign countries. What they're basically doing in an easy fashion is what the SEC has done before. It is basically going to different entities and requesting info. Now, the SEC can do this through a different measure because they have this MOU power. Ripple does not, and so Ripple has to go through the normal procedure to get information. And it's, of course, mostly regarding XRP. And then the letters of request, I'm assuming it's request, right? It says request, but I don't know what that word's supposed to mean, so I'm assuming it was request but mistyped. Are necessary to obtain the documents and information from the various entities and confirms to the required procedural safeguards. And I believe then there is the conclusion. Yes, okay. Let's quickly see if we can actually find some cool language in there, actually. This is just this is just to Hong Kong. Okay, never mind. I don't think we're going to find something cool. Should have maybe looked over it a little bit further than... It's a long-ass list. Holy smokes, guys. This is just all in English, I guess, huh? And then over translation certification. Okay. English to Chinese. Okay. We cannot read that properly. Let's see if there's any other one. Maybe it's in Dutch. I don't think so, though. I don't think they actually sent anything to the Netherlands. No, I don't. I'm assuming not. Oh, it's not even... Oh, no, these are pictures. Okay, it's not text, huh? Oh, it is text. Okay, let's see. Netherlands. Let's see if we can find something just for fun. I mean, it's highlighting it, but it's not. Okay, that is a little bit sad. There should be another way to do it. I'm not exactly sure how to, though. It says there's 2 of them, but I can't scroll through them. So, nah. Okay, I'm stupid. Okay, never mind. I'm not exactly sure how this is supposed to work. I guess it's just 0. Screw it, guys. Whatever. Let's move on, though. So I showed this because Jeremy Hogan actually said Garninghouse and Larson are looking for documents from foreign exchanges that show none to few of the sales on those exchanges were to U.S. nationals. So basically, they're trying to get some information from other exchanges and explain that it's not, for the U.S. citizens, because that's, of course, what the SEC has jurisdiction over. The issue is the SEC's jurisdiction over sales to non-U.S. nationals. If no jurisdiction, the SEC can't do anything about them. And that's the third big issue in the case that we haven't heard much about. 1. Is XRP a security? 2. Has there been fair notice? And 3. What's the jurisdiction over all the transactions? And this last part we've covered in various videos before because it's really difficult to say. It's really difficult to say, really difficult, if the jurisdiction basically lies in the area where the transaction has started, ended, or where consensus was reached or how it was arranged, or where the exchange is located, where the servers are located, where the exchange's jurisdiction lie. It's really a difficult one, and there's always room for debate. And I'm assuming that usually these things are just kind of grounded, where it's basically they take one approach for most. Then again, there's a lot of room for debate, as I've just explained before, as, well, maybe you disagree on that note, and can you fight it then? Well, maybe so. I mean, what if you're a U.S. national, so you live in the U.S., and you're a U.S. individual, you've been born there, whatever, but you're doing all your transactions on a completely Chinese exchange that's operated in China with all their servers in China, and, everything Chinese. But then, you're a U.S. citizen using that. Well, things change, for example, if you're using that exchange while in the US or while you're in China, right? Things already are starting to change then. But then again, what if it's a Chinese company? They only allow for Chinese, you accidentally slipped in, yet their servers are in a different country. Then things, of course, are changing again. And you guys get what I'm trying to say? Specifically with things like XRPL, where a system is basically decentralized, it's all over the world. Where exactly is consensus reached? Where exactly did the transaction take place? That is really difficult. And I'm assuming they're going to kind of take it in from where you sent the transaction or where you made the change from. So, for example, if you bought or sold, then where you pressed buy or sell is where it happened. Then again, what if you're a U.S. national doing this in another country? Then it comes back to you're a U.S. citizen, so blah, blah, blah. It's just a difficult one. So, the jurisdiction... Oh, no, sorry. The first two issues are all or nothing, win or lose issues. The jurisdiction issue goes to damages only. Now, Yerli said, "Hi Jeremy, I'm not a lawyer, but for some reason, this seems to be the SEC and Ripple trying to figure out and calculate a settlement amount. What do you think?" And Jeremy Hogan says, "I didn't say it." Not exactly sure how he's coming to the conclusion that there's a settlement coming, to be completely honest with you. There was somebody else who replied something which we cannot see anymore, and Jeremy says, "Roses?" No, okay. I'm not exactly sure how he got to that idea. But he says, "But you didn't not say it, you sly dog." I like that. Now, so, is there a settlement coming? Well, there's definitely some different theories about that one. A lot of people are speculating for it. But there's nothing really pointing towards it directly just quite yet. At least, there's a lot pointing towards it indirectly, but nothing like one-to-one, where it's basically them saying it. You know what I mean? There's just so many hints and connections, but it's not a proven science just quite yet. So, I'll quickly retweet this for all you guys to see as well. All right, then I'm still happy to see this, by the way. I put it back into the cover. So there's like a little plastic cover, and then there's like a little darker foam-ish little layer. I just put it back into everything because I was too afraid I'm going to break it or do something with that. It's not really as hard as I would have assumed it's going to be, so I'm a little bit afraid. What if? Now, I have a lot of articles here. You most likely have already seen that at the top. And I actually wanted to cover all of them. Not exactly sure if I will. I will. Never mind. Market makers in fear mode ahead of Friday's $575 million Bitcoin options expiry. This is really something which they're trying to FUD you with. They're trying to make you fear, uncertainty, or doubt. They're trying to give you some of that. Because actually, all these expiries, they haven't done anything for crypto. And it's definitely been a big debate for the last couple of months already, whether or not they can have an effect, should have an effect, or even have one. And I keep on saying no, they haven't. So basically all the options expiries, which are hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars, that they don't really do too much, as they happen at the end of every month and every couple of weeks, every end of the quarter. There's some specific dates for it, but it happens really often. I still have yet to find a correlation that's actually lining up. You can find them for a couple of instances, but not, consecutively. So it's really difficult to say whether or not this has any effect. However, people say they are fearful because of it. I also disagree with that. People are just fearful in general. It doesn't necessarily have too much to do with the expiry, at least my opinion. Are whales selling? Are the big guys going out? Most likely not. One thing you should understand as well is that even if Vitalik or any of those guys sell at the top, that's their given right, though, right? I mean, wherever these guys sell, some people are alleging that the Vitalik Buterin sold a lot of his Ethereum at the top of the top. Would you blame him for it? I mean, he's an individual founder with a lot of money in a specific thing. I mean, yeah, if he wants to sell some of that, is that a bad? I'm not sure if that's a bad thing, to be honest with you. Same thing for Jeff Bezos. If he sells a lot of Amazon while it's at the top, you might call it like, oh, he's lost his faith. You might also call it he's securing the bag. I don't really think it was a bad thing. Then again, if he sold 330 of his thousands, of Ethereum, all his Ethereum basically, that would be bad. And in May, so this month, 320,000 Ethereum was moved by Buterin to an unknown address, and such a huge transfer might be indicative of a new wallet or a sale happening eventually. On May 3rd, Forbes reported that Vitalik had become a crypto billionaire, with his personal wallet holding over 330,000 Ether tokens valued at 1.09 billion, as Ethereum inched closer to an all-time high. On May 12th, 320,000 Ethereum was moved by Vitalik, constituting in roughly $800 million at the time. The tokens were transferred to an unknown wallet, which Forbes reports as a new entry on the blockchain network, having been created on May 12th. Before the monolithic transfer, an additional 5,000 ETH were reportedly moved from his wallet, possibly as a test. So somebody says Vitalik Buterin, or Vitamin Buterin, whatever, literally sold at 4.3K, legend. Reports illustrate that Vitalik has sold before. Decrypt noted that Vitalik previously sold 13.3 thousand Ethereum with a value of 5.2 million in August of 2020, when the price of Ether was just at about $390. Whatever, man. Whatever. Vitalik was reportedly worth over $21 billion donating Ethereum and part of his allocation, part of his altcoin, ZOO, to humanitarian causes. Not exactly what that's supposed to mean. He became one of the youngest crypto billionaires in the world. He's actually one of the youngest billionaires in general in this world. Pretty cool to see, though. Then I wanted to kind of make this story around fear, but I don't actually have that much to say about fear. There's always going to be fear in this crypto realm, always, because this technology is not really accepted by the mainstream just quite yet. Then again, China to hold Beijing lottery for CBDC trial. To be honest with you, I do also kind of get the grasp now that there's going to be more and more on a heavy scale adoption streams coming. Like, for example, Coinbase now has their card on Apple Pay, right? That's just a really, really big stream. I'm really, really happy to see that. Even though I'm not going to use it, I don't think. It's just a nice thing to start seeing. It's a nice thing to start, getting in there. And again, on the same note here, China to hold a freaking lottery for CBDCs, that's a really big incentive for people to join. You can't really go around it anymore. Then one thing which also just happened was Google allowing cryptocurrency exchanges to use its ad services again. Pretty big deal if you're going to ask me, honestly. It's a pretty big deal. Do I like it? No. Mostly because I don't care about the publicity that much. This is just a scary thing for me for the scams that are going to come with this. So I'm not sure if this has been confirmed, to be honest with you. I just saw it on this website and I believe it. Is it true? I'm assuming so, but don't take me 100% certain for it. There is still definitely some discrepancy right there. Okay, there's actually an article here from Cointelegraph. 5 hours ago. Okay, so then we get, a little bit more legitimacy. Search giant Google lifts 2018 ban on crypto exchange wallet advertisements. The new policy allows companies that have cleared rigorous regulatory hurdles to post ads. It's a difficult one, though, because even though right now what they've done is basically make it so it's really, 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 really difficult to put ads on there. There will always be this basically come through where it's like that they're still going to be able to post something like that. So I'm not too happy with that because people will find it more difficult to see the balance between something that's properly regulated and something that's not. Let me say it from a different perspective. Right now, Facebook just has a really big ban on everything crypto related, mostly. So if you see something crypto related, you're almost 99% sure it's a scam or some sort of scammy company doing it or some scammy exchange. Now there's going to be kind of an allowance for properly regulated companies. These scammers might use that to their advantage where they're going to be going through the normal procedure for normal ads, not these highly regulated ads, and then still try to mix and match with those, proper companies and then, confusing a lot of people. Argentines are now getting into Bitcoin mining thanks to subsidized electricity. This one was just kind of funny, this article. I mean, we were literally talking the last couple of weeks about the Bitcoin mining being a bad thing and needed to be stopped and yada, yada, yada. And then boom, an article like this comes out where Argentina is now freaking incentivizing it. That is interesting to me. That's all I can say about that. That's really freaking interesting. And I think that was it for today's episode. Yes, we covered everything. All right, guys, so that was it. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. And you guys are really often talking about my intro. Is it that catchy, or do you guys hate it or love it or what? I'm not sure. Whenever because people do this so often, whenever I see people, they always say, hey guys, what is up? It's just, they always mock me. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. See you guys again in another crypto video. Thank you so much for watching.